Yes, people. Welcome to the Cape and Waffled On show, episode 6, I believe. 6 episodes already, and I can't believe it, man. Can't believe it. But yeah, we're here, man. How you been, bro? Oh, you're on mute. Oh no, let me just mute.
Oh yeah, I'm good, bro. Shout out to the Most High. I'm just appreciative of live international break. I'm not gonna enjoy it like it's too early, but obviously we know that this is the one. But off the back of that Liverpool loss as well, obviously the window's shut. I'm good, man. How you feeling, bro? And shout out everyone in the chat as well.
Yeah, shout out to everyone that's in the chat or probably gonna be watching it, probably from the start or whatever. Yeah, big up, man. Do you know what? I'm over that loss, man. I'm over that loss. It's one of them ones where I don't think like we approached the game in the manner I wanted us to approach the game, but I'm over it, man. I'm over it, man. I still don't feel that we should be inferior to Liverpool, although I guess they're the better team still. But I'm not actually mad right now. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes when you get a beating, yeah, or actually you weren't a beating, but sometimes when you lose, you learn from your losses, isn't it? Well, I hope you do anyway, or I hope you do. But yeah, I know we're going to talk about the starting lineup because have you noticed in our group chat that once the starting lineup comes out, there's always questions in it like, what's this lineup? What are we doing here? Do you know what I mean? I know you're a man that's calm and stuff like that, so it's like just like sit back in it and just, you know what I mean, just watching it and see what's going on in it. But as opposed to hear it from the horse's mouth in it yourself, in it, you know, because I'm sure you've seen some of the streams I've been on. I wasn't too happy about the starting lineup. But yeah, obviously, you know, the starting lineup for me were the 2 players that I didn't want to see, Martinelli and Marino. But I understood the Martinelli start, but I didn't understand the Marino one. So let me know your thoughts in it, on what you thought in it of the starting lineup.
Obviously, when it first came out, I think I was out watching the game. It was frustrating. Obviously, I predicted Martinelli to start, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the chat early in the week. I said obviously Martinelli normally has good games against Liverpool, usually, obviously, and not saying that's just a reason to start him, but like it just means that maybe the game stays.
You understand it, innit? You understand why.
Perform well, and he's been one of our best performers in these games, and you can see it, and you remember most of the game. So I kind of predicted that, and it was at the expense of Eze, but I didn't predict obviously Marino starting. That wasn't part of my lineup or even my trail of thought in terms of how I wanted to approach the game. I think I said have you put Ethan or Eze in the 10. So obviously seeing that again, obviously I'm obviously not saying I'm a coach. I coach as well now, so I understand systems, I understand approaches. So I'm a bit more patient, because at the end of the day, just because I want something doesn't mean I'm gonna necessarily get it, and it's necessarily the best approach, because you have to also understand one thing that Arsenal fans have to realize, once we start to play that expansive football, by default, we're going to start to concede more chances. And it's not that we don't have the best defense. It's just that we're used to not even letting teams have a sniff. And Liverpool didn't have a sniff in that game, bar that free kick, which was a worldie. And you got a shout out Szoboszlai. And I knew that was going to go in once. Like, I saw him lining it up. I was like,
serious.
Well, it was definitely going to hit it on target, but I didn't know it was going to be that in it. So, but shout out to them in it. Arsenal didn't create enough, but the lineup.
You know when man hit that free kick.
Yeah.
So, you know when man hit that free kick, before it went in, man started celebrating.
Yeah, I can't like when he as soon as he hit it, I knew it was in. Like me, because I'm not saying because I haven't scored free kicks before or anything like that. Like, I have scored free kicks before, but it's more like we've all watched football. You know when a guy clean strikes a ball and it looks the right height, it doesn't look like it's going over, it doesn't look too wide. It's like, ooh, like, do you know what I mean? I was like, so when it went in, it's like, fam, what can you really say? What can you do? I wasn't like burned, but I wasn't really that angry. And as you said, I think it's difficult, isn't it? Because I personally, like you, I want us to go to these grounds, Etihad, Anfield, St. James's Park, and play football, play them off the park, like put them under pressure, continuously make chances, innit? Like, put pressure on them. Like, I don't think Liverpool showed us. Obviously, they defended well in that game, in my opinion. I think we've got to give them respect. But I don't think they showed us like should be fearful. Obviously, there's always context, and I don't want to. I'll get to the context later because not context, things that you should consider. But I just think I understand why he approached, as you said, I understand why he approached it in the end, and seeing how the game panned out, it was a game that was going to be won on a magic moment or two, and we didn't have any of those moments, and they had their one moment, and they took it, and we didn't have a response for it. Like, I understand the game plan of playing the workhorse in the end, and first half, I feel like after the first 20 minutes, we kind of nullified Liverpool, and we started to kind of get our foot in the game. I was like, okay. And at halftime, I'm pretty sure we were all like, if you can bring on an Eze and Odegaard, early, maybe like family. Liverpool look like they're sat in there for us, essentially. Like, we've nullified them. I wasn't really threat. Salah, Calafiori had Salah in his pocket. Obviously, Timber, I'm not saying he had the best of games, but it wasn't like he was threatened. And Ekitike was marshalled very well by Mosquera when he came on, and Gabriel. Mosquera, you got a shot at that performance as well. First game, Anfield looked class, but I think it's just one of those ones. Like, as you said, I'm not burnt by the game. Like, obviously, at the day of the game, I was annoyed, but I wasn't burnt by it. I wasn't disappointed by the performance. I just was left feeling like there was much more that we could have done, and we could have got potentially 3 points, if not a point, out of the game if we had tried more. But what did you think? Because it's, as you said, like, it's.
Well, you know how I stay already. Yeah, you know what I mean. I was disappointed. Yeah, do you know what? We could have put out any team. Yeah, could have been any team, and I still would have been disappointed because I wanted 3 points, and this is the most confident I've felt going up to Anfield in a long, long time. If you look at both squads, yeah, yes, they may have, better quality players in terms of their attack, but we also have, very good quality players, and we've got a very good striker. Obviously, we were missing Saka. I get it. Madueke is quite fresh. Martinelli, well, we know what he can do. Well, we know what he's done in the past against Liverpool. So I was feeling fairly confident, but once I saw Marino, I'm not pointing out Marino, yeah, but once I saw Marino in that lineup, I knew that, or I just thought to myself that the manager just wasn't brave enough. I know what he was trying to do, like to go up there and just maybe nick a 1-0 win, or just defend and maybe just nick something from a set piece. But I wanted a bit more than that. I really wanted a bit more than that. And the loss, obviously, it could have ended up 0-0. It could have been a case of like anyone scoring, and obviously Liverpool were the ones that scored in it. But as disappointed as I was the last couple of days, I'm kind of like just coming to realization now that, you know what, we just got to move on to the next game. I know it's like 2 weeks or whatever, international break, but we just got to move on. Like, the focus is Forest now, and I'm hoping to see some changes from the way I don't know what it is, man, but I've
I know
not
what
enjoyed football this season. Huh?
you know. It's like obviously the Leeds game. I'm pretty sure the football was a bit better, not just because of goals. I just think like in terms of how we were playing. But obviously Leeds are less opposition, so you can't take too much into that. I'm not saying can't, but you can't. And obviously we've played 2 tough away games. Like we've played Old Trafford and our first 3 away games. Obviously, shout out everyone. Shout out DWTT and shout out BBK. Yeah,
Big up,
our first 3 away games obviously are the 3 probably toughest away games you can face in the league, and Etihad, sorry, Old Trafford, Anfield, and then we've got St James's Park coming up in a couple of weeks as well, where I want to win as well. Now, especially more off the back of this loss, I feel like we have to win that game.
We've still got 3 tough games, you know. Forest,
we've got tough games, but obviously those are both home games, isn't it? And I feel like, as you said, like when Marino was playing, like we knew what we were gonna get, and obviously some fans can be more rageful. I can understand, because at the end of the day, I think I told you many times that if we won against Liverpool 1-0 the same way we played against Man United and we left with the 3 points, I don't care. I don't care. I know our team doesn't play like that, but sometimes it's just about the points at certain grounds. And as you said, like we talked about it in last week's episode, like we felt confident. Like look how much chest I had for this game. Like remember how I was talking in the pod, because I was like, I'm confident that we can go there and live. And that's off the back of what I know my team is, and it's how much you have to realize I don't fear Liverpool. Like, and I think we showed that in the game, that like at their home ground we absolutely nullified them, where it took a moment of magic, like to really put pressure on our goal and get that moment and to get the win. And I respect it. There's a credit and a level of understanding how to win. The championship kind of pedigree to that as well, where you can pull out a win even in your home ground in a tough game. Because you have to realize, back in the day in these big games, it wasn't all like end to end. Like football is not a high scoring game naturally. Like if two good teams draw, they cancel each other out a lot of the time. Like especially back in the day, anyways. But it was very reserved, very safe, very less, like there was not enough risk. And it's what you're saying. Like I think Liverpool, in my opinion, like they have a lot of holes and it had a lot of things that we could have exploited more. Obviously, because we're fans, we have to I have to level out what the manager's also seeing, and obviously the history. Like Arsenal haven't won at Anfield for so many years, so it's also insane to just think you're gonna go there and just fully open up with their attack, with the way they play, and think that like if we make it a basketball game at their home ground, that we're gonna potentially win that just because we have the quality to win that. Because you have to realize historically, even in City's dominance, they've struggled at that ground, specifically at Anfield. You can go look at the stats. They've probably got 1 win.
They've only one win or something like that.
Yeah. Like 9 years, 10 years. Like you have to realize, it's like, think of it like this, yeah. Imagine a team coming to like Liverpool or City coming to the Emirates and stifling us, where we don't have no shots, but we left for an Eze free kick or a Declan Rice free kick, and that was our only real chance, and we scored it and we won. We're all going to be gassed, and I will be as well. But I would also be a bit annoyed that like at our home ground that we didn't play football, in my opinion, that even though they're a good team, that they nullified us, because I have a certain level of expectancy when I'm at home compared to away, because it's just that's why like when we play against Liverpool, I don't think Mikel will dare play this kind of midfield when we play at home. Like I don't think he'll play the type of team. And obviously hoping that you have Sakas and all these guys back, you have probably a bit more of an option to use, but I don't think he's playing that Odegaard. If Odegaard's fit, he probably does start this game and we don't see this midfield. But even if Odegaard is fit, we probably still might see the same type of game style. So I wouldn't think it would have changed much, in my opinion, bar maybe a couple of more creative moments, because Odegaard is a more creative player. But I think, as you said, the focus becomes on Forest, because it's lucky, both in the sense of if we had won the game or lost the game, that this game came very early in the season. So there's not much ground that you've lost, not much ground that you will win, that will gain by the win. It's just more long term. This might be the advantage if points aren't taken. Like Liverpool have all the games to play, all these grounds to go to. Same with us. And as I said, we've got two home games against Forest and City. Forest that just suffered a 3-0 win, and I watched that game. 3 goals conceded after the 87th minute. It's poor ground as well, and they wasn't good in that game. And City losing 2 games on the trot, I'm not saying that they're not going to have a reaction, but we see that City physically can't hang, like physically, like in terms of when the game becomes a bit more of that. So I feel like when they come to the Emirates, I'm not saying we're just going to smoke them. I have the same chest for Liverpool and look what happened. I think I'm more confident that we can get results against these teams. And then it's the same James's Park one that I think is our next marker, that because we beat them before 22-23 season, but in the last 2 seasons we've lost there. And it's been, a game they've made it nasty. They've been physical. That's what Newcastle do, innit? So I think even more than the Anfield game, like I think we need to go there now. And for ourselves, again, this is another marker that we can go and take 3 points at that tough ground and get out. And like that will be a level up than what we did last season. Even though the Liverpool game we lost 1 point because we had a draw last season. At least if we beat Newcastle, will be better than what we've done last season in terms of beating them away. So it's still early. It's still 35 games to play, man. I'm still confident the league can be ours because it's good. But I do agree, after the international break, I think there has to be, like, we have to see as in a team, we have to see a bit more, like, trying to get, like, more attacking impotence, like trying to play the ball forward earlier, try to get runs in, trying to create more chances. As you're saying, like, we want to be entertained. We want to enjoy the football watching as well as we're winning. Like, we don't want to just win every game and get over the line in every game. Like, it's not necessarily sustainable. I'm not saying it's not sustainable, it's just not enjoyable. Like, so
one of the things that we're not charging, man. One of the things that's concerning me right now is the injuries that we might so we've currently got injuries to the current squad already. What's concerning me is obviously after international break, because players pick up injuries in international duty, and I'm just a little bit concerned that one of our players or key players is going to pick up an injury, because this is football, as you know, and injuries occur. And then, say for example, and I'm not wishing it on anyone, a Rice gets injured or something like that, or a Gyökeres picks up a little knock. Then we're down to that, uncertainty, with the squad. You know what I'm saying? Because Nottingham Forest ain't no mugs at the end of the day. They got some good players. You know what I mean? Chris Wood on his day. Who's the wingers they got as well? What's that guy then? Want to pick a Chelsea? Hudson-Odoi. They've got
Morgan Gibbs-White. They've got Amari Hutchinson now. They've got good players still. They've got good teams.
They brought in some players as well. I think they brought in
a lot of players. A lot of players still, yeah.
So you know what? I know they got beat 3-0 and stuff like that, but these guys will be motivated coming to the Emirates. And I don't know, man. It's like game to game, man. I don't know. Like, I want to win this league this season, but my chest is up and down.
Obviously, it's obviously we had a lot of chest for this game and we lost the game, so it's gonna. I'm
gonna start the questions, yeah. So we hit the questions when we can, but I'll start the question. Big up to Mr. Batred as well.
Big up Mr. Batred as well. But like, yeah, if you have chest here and you take a hit, like, some of that chest muscle is gonna deflate a bit, bro. Like, it's just naturally part of life, innit? Like, but end of the day, if we play against Nottingham Forest and we do similar to what we did last season, which was a similar type of game, I went to that game as well last season. It was after the international break. I think, I'm not saying that, maybe, a bit, football was a bit, and then I think we won 3-0. We started Trossard in the 9, I think, that game, and played some good football. Wanyeri got his goal. I remember that game, like, Jorginho was playing 6. So you have to realize that Forest are a team, naturally, they're going to set us up in a low block, which obviously means Arsenal are going to be a bit more dominant on the ball. And I'm saying you're going to have more touches for Zubimendi, more touches for Odegaard, who probably will be fit. Madueke will start as hopefully starting left. And
they're not going to play a low block.
That's what Forest's style of play is. They counter.
Okay.
Yeah, they counter still, so they're going to play. But most teams, when they come to the Emirates, unless you're Liverpool or Man City, are going to play a low block. So, like, everyone, if you open up against Arsenal at our ground, unless you are willing to press us for 90 minutes, you're probably gonna get messed up, man. Like, it happens a lot when teams try to lead, it happens. Or if you're poor defensively, like Leeds, like, we're gonna find space, and even Arsenal, not at their maddest, like, craziest, are still gonna create chances. But I think we can do something in that game. I just think, as you're saying, the international break does. I always get a bit anxious because it seems like we always get injured. And obviously, as you say, fam, Saka out, Saliba got a knock now. He didn't go to the French squad. Obviously, it's nice that Odegaard didn't have a long injury. You got Havertz, the injury. You still got Jesus on the injury bed. You got Ben White. You got Norgard even, who we haven't seen this season since preseason. He has this injury. It's like we've already been hit with it, which is why, again, like the window was so important, and the window and signing depth and getting a lot of players in is necessary. Look at, like, I don't know about you, obviously, before I digress, like Saliba injury, I was like, come on, but like I wasn't as stressed when I saw Mosquera coming on. Like, not saying that like I was, but then like I was not. But even more now after that performance, if say Saliba is out for the next game, I'm gonna be very confident about what Mosquera can do. He held his own very, very well. Very, very, very well. Very good in the physical side, and on the ball, very, very composed. And it's a credit to, as I said, like some of these players. Like I think Madueke was very positive in that game. Like was probably our best attacker. No, he was our best attacker, not probably. Like I was taking on his man. I'm not saying that he absolutely spun Kirkers, but he was positive when he got the ball. Was the threat in behind. Probably had the most shots, and it's stuff like that. Like not saying we still miss Saka, but it eases the burden, innit? But I do agree if Gokras does get a knock now, we're gonna be out without no strikers. And
sorry, man. I got my quiz night thing, but I think I've scheduled. Bro, you know what it is, yeah? What I did is I created it via YouTube, and I thought, you know what? If people want to join, then I'll just do the StreamYard one instead. So I didn't actually change the thing, but good eyes, like for you, man. Very good eyes. So I'll change that. But yeah,
we just got to play football, and I'm pretty sure we will play football. Obviously, we'll have more of the ball. It's just about like any game, getting that first goal early, trying to break down that low block, and not let them just sit in that, and then have to force them to come out, and then obviously, hopefully, from that, we can start to kill teams. As I said, if Eze is starting now, gets his first start at the Emirates, the clean game, I'm pretty sure he should play well. With Odegaard playing, we should see a bit more attack and play through the middle. So I just, all I'm hoping this international break, please, just no one get injured. That's an Arsenal player, man. Please.
Big up to Mr. Dr. Simon Butts in the place. He says Wagwan. I'm going to ask you something here. And we get to the battle red questions. And guys, yeah, listen, questions for Cape today, yeah? Get your questions in, yeah? But my first question, yeah, is around Saliba's injury before pre-game, where he picked up the injury, but we still played him. Now, what was your thoughts on that?
I think it's a bit hard. I think it's a bit hard when it's your best players and it's right before the game. It's not like you're gonna have a diagnosis straight there. And if the player is saying he's fine to play and it's a big game, like sometimes you would roll the dice, which not necessarily is the smartest thing, but it's something that you would probably do. Like same thing with Saka, same thing with Rice, maybe even same thing with David Raya. Like you would roll the dice first to see if it's like something they can kind of play through or knock off. And especially if the player's saying that he can play. The player's done. You see sometimes a lot of times where players get pulled out of the lineup. They can't play. But if Saliba said, I'm pretty sure it was one of the situations, he probably had a situation, they saw what can do, he probably said, I can play. But they said, if any little thing, we're taking you off still. Like, because we're not risking you for the season. And that's just what happened, isn't it? Like, when I looked at the challenge, it wasn't like Ekitike had done anything. I didn't really see it like he stamping on his foot or anything. I didn't see Saliba like twist his ankle. It just seemed like, yeah, man, let's not risk it. So it's a hard one to call, because if I was a coach and that was my best player in probably arguably one of the biggest games of the season.
You see these man, yeah, these mods have got me doing the mods, you know what I mean, whilst I'm streaming live, you know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm multitasking like a madman right now. I think I'm gonna have to mod up Blackfee and Guna as well, yeah, because he knows the deal as well. Yeah, I know BBK's at work, so he can't be doing a madness share, but we've got some questions, man. We've got some questions. So the first one We'll just do this. So to channel. The first one is from Battered. We've only got 2 questions right at the moment, but I'm gonna make sure chat, you've got questions for Cape, yeah. Make sure you got the lawyer in the building, yeah.
Lawyer.
Captain Cape, yeah. Where does Eze play in the team, in your opinion? And he's addressed you, yeah, not me. So I can just chill and just you can answer that question.
Left wing or left.
Is that, in your opinion, though?
I think with the options we have in the squad, I think that's the best that we can get out of the team to play strong, because I feel like he is a 10. And say we did have a better, more consistent left winger, and maybe let's see if Gabby Jesus comes back and he actually can stay fit, then I have an argument. I can play him out the left and then we can have this conversation. But I think with how the squad is, I think playing in left wing makes the most sense, because I feel like you can still allow him to have more of a free roam as long as the left back and left centre mid are providing more of that width and overlapping. And I think you still have options like Ethan and Odegaard in that 10 position that you can use, and they still have to play. I think just as the squad is constructed, maybe by next season, obviously I think I would love Eze to start as my 10, but we need a left winger that I can trust that is still going to bring that level, because even if you have Eze as a 10, it's who's to say that necessarily Trossard and Martinelli's level still can raise because of that. So that's
when you trust Trossard in on the left, though.
I don't trust Trossard on the left. I just think you have to realize Trossard, when Trossard starts games, he's not in games.
Ineffective.
I'm overthinking it, because a lot of time he gets a lot of GA, so it's not really a problem for me. Like he is an effective player. If he gets in and around the box, he's probably arguably our best finisher in the team. So maybe Gokras has something to say with that. So I don't have a problem with Trossard. It's just more as your starter, 2025. Like that doesn't I don't think that Trossard is like gonna scare the opposition fullback when we're playing that front line, or give them that fear. I'm not saying Martinelli does either, but I just think it's just one of them ones where Trossard will be very, very not in the game. We look for a lot of games. So I don't like players like that. Like, as frustrating as Martinelli is, he can sometimes be in the game, but it's the things that he does that is frustrating. Like that's the difference, which is the problem. Which is why I said if you had a better left winger, then Eze can play or compete for that 10, and I'll put Eze in the 10. But I think through the season, anyways, I don't mind who plays there, who plays where. It's just make sure that whoever's playing the central areas has the willingness to want to take risks and receive the ball in the pockets and not outside of the pockets. That's just my only thing.
Remember, this is our show as well, bro. So you can ask me questions as well. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted everyone to start asking.
Where do you want to play him?
With me, I'm a very simple person, innit? I don't like to overcomplicate things, So the way he plays at Palace, he doesn't play as a winger. He plays as a left kind of cam,
left inside,
yeah.
Inside forward,
yeah. That's why I want to see him. I don't want to see him out on touchline. I don't want to see him doing madness there. Yeah. And he's also got a little bit of freedom as well, if you notice as well, because sometimes he might pop up on the right or centrally as well.
I think you have that kind of role. I think those good players, you can't put a lid on them because you're limiting what they can do, because they can do a lot. I think not players that don't have that je ne sais quoi. You have to kind of create the conditions that are best for them so they can be effective in the team. But like a Messi, you don't tell him Messi. You can give Messi instructions, I guess, in terms of zones that you want to occupy and off the ball instructions, but you don't tell him don't do this and don't do that. You let him play football because you trust what he can do and you understand his brain. Same thing as with Eze, I think, which is why the Insapi signing and the way Calafiori plays is interesting, because these are more options that kind of provide that overlap and that option that kind of goes on the outside and not the inverted left back that we've kind of got accustomed to for the last 3-4 years. And that will allow Eze to kind of keep that width, or you have a Rice or another player playing left and mid that can, provide overlaps and allow him to, because he's gonna naturally drift inside anyways. You're gonna want to find him. Your best players, you're gonna want to give them the ball. So you're not just gonna put him out on the touchline and be ineffective, as he likes to receive inside and stuff. So I think we're gonna see changes. The same thing with the Gokras thing, where typically suit Arsenal, or he doesn't seem like an Arsenal player. His play style is different. We're seeing some moments where, like for example, these games seem like we got the best out of him, or we're trying to find him. The United and Liverpool game, not so much. So there's still a bedding in period where we're going to have to see everything click and it makes sense. But I think sometimes we have to be a bit patient as fans as well. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't not win. I think we still win games, but I think we have to see how it goes, works out, because we have to realize there's so many new pieces coming through and having to fit into our already established team, and we're trying to change things. It's interesting. But Eze has that gravity that he's going to play the way he plays. The same way I think the same thing will probably happen for Saka when he ends up coming back. Like there'll be probably a bit more freedom for him to not just stay out wide and can drift inside and stuff, and it aids that unpredictability, like as you said.
Do you have any criticism on the manager on Sunday of any of the tactics?
I think I wish he would took more risks. I think even if with a Marino, I think you can put, whether it's the player's choice or his choice, they can put players like in certain areas of the pitch that cause Liverpool a bit more threats, that question things. Obviously, again, I personally think if Havertz was fit, Havertz probably starts this game. I think he probably suits a bit more the games where it's hard to describe. So when he's fit and he plays, then I'll use that example when we talk about that. But I think, yeah, just that, and I just wanted him to put the subs on a bit earlier. But I guess I said 60 minutes and he brought them on what, 68th minute. So I guess I'm being 8 minutes harsh. Like I think people may have wanted halftime. I always say again, you have to remember where you are. Like let's not get carried away. Like I know we beat Real Madrid at Bernabeu, but you're not just gonna walk to everyone's home ground and just slack them up. Like it doesn't work like that in football. It's never worked like that for the best teams historically.
Do you think Liverpool believe that when they come to the Emirates, though?
If you watch Liverpool, I don't think Liverpool beat us in Emirates in the league. I can't remember. I would have to go fact check in it. Like, probably still like a couple of years.
Three seasons, I think.
Not in 3 seasons. I don't think they beat us in 3 seasons, and I don't think they beat us because we drew last season. Obviously, we had all the injuries and stuff. I'm pretty sure we're still very threatening in that game. Probably a better team.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about like Liverpool in terms of like.
No, I feel like they will have a lot. The same way we're gonna go there and have respect. They're gonna come here and have respect. They're not just gonna think that they can go there and play their game.
The thing is though, you say that, but you have to remember now, yeah, they've got man like Isak now in the team as well. So
yeah. No, but I'm saying that, but any good team was going to respect another team. That doesn't mean you're going to still not have game plans to attack. And I don't think respect equates to low block. Again, like it's not the two things are not consistent. It's just if you respect the team, you might set up to try and nullify some of their strengths, and you're going to still set up to also try and exploit certain weaknesses that you think that they have. Like if you have better players, you have more chance to do that. But you have to still remember they're a good team. So like if you just go there and just say we have no respect for them and just go out, like you could end up getting your ass slapped, like which can happen. And
the thing is as well, yeah. Sorry. The thing is as well, yeah. Yes, I think Slot's got the respect going, yeah, but also you can't dismiss confidence in it. And they've beaten us already. Obviously, they've beaten us at home, yeah. So they're going to probably come to the Emirates and think, you know what? We can do the double over Arsenal, even though, do you know what? Yeah, we can whatever we do at home. It's going to be a very interesting matchup, and this game, I don't know when the game is, but it's interesting to see. It will be interesting to see how we are as a team collectively. You know, do we have that cohesion within the team? When by the time Liverpool, you know what I mean, come to our ground, because anything can happen, you know, it's that injury works out and stuff like that. But by that time, I think both teams will be in their elements in it, and they both have their flows, and I think it'd be a very interesting game. You know?
Yeah, it will be the same way that we were anticipating this to be more an entertaining game than it actually was. Will probably be the case, like, which is what I think people have to consider these things. Like, and also the current state. Like, fam, if Arsenal have everyone at their disposal, Saka's playing our best player. You have Havertz maybe as well, another striker, Jesus, even Ben White. Who knows how we match up? Odegaard fully fit. These are not excuses for the result. I'm saying that these are context. Like, if Liverpool knock out Van Dijk in the first 2 minutes and Salah's not playing, and they already don't have, they didn't have the right backs, but they don't have, Ekitike or I'm saying, and it changes how they're gonna play the game, innit? So I think it's context, and it could happen in January as well. But I think it also depends on what the form is, depends on what games you have around that, depends on all those factors come into play. I'm pretty sure AFCON is happening. I think our games in January. I'm pretty sure AFCON is happening. There's all of these factors. We don't have any African players in our team.
Yeah, we haven't we?
But they have quite a few in it. So you have to. It's just you just have to see. So this is why I'm just like, you just have to be calm. Like, end of the day, because I feel like if we won that game and he made the subs and he didn't score the free kick, it's gonna be a master stroke. We're gonna be here like, yeah, we're not like Liverpool. Look at the XG. Do you know what I mean? We lost the game. It doesn't really matter. So, like, it's about context. Like, as I said, show me a team that will come to Arsenal, Emirates, one of these big teams and nullify us and make us, have no shots, and then we have to win by a free kick. And then I'll shout out that team and I'll question Arteta and why at home we got nullified so not easily, but we got nullified because, as you said, a lot of these big teams back themselves to play anywhere in it. But you know what I'm saying, if you're going to Emirates and you're not playing a low block and we're getting, we're feeding the ball, playing on that carpet. City tried to do it last year, even in their bad season, and they got absolutely smoked. Like, it can happen still. Like, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it can happen.
One shot on target, though. One shot on target at Anfield. It's not acceptable, bro.
It's not acceptable, but Liverpool had less shots than us. Yeah, and they're the home team. They're the champions. Like, I'm saying, it's not acceptable for us, but the game from both sides. Like, if it ended 0-0, it will be an emphasis on both teams. As I said, the winner looks better than it is, isn't it? Like, on both teams, it's not a good look, but on both teams, defenses were good. Both teams' attacks got absolutely nullified. Like, that's football that happens sometimes in these big games, isn't it? Like, it's just
you see that question here, yeah? What happens first?
I'm not answering it, man. Silly
question. C was just trying to bring a bit of humor to the show, and big up to Dr. Say.
When GTA 6 is not coming out anytime soon, I don't know how long it takes dogs to produce the letter, so I'm not gonna answer. But we're winning a trophy this season, so I guess that answers that.
Big up to the chat, yeah. 12 people in the chat right now. Make sure you slap the likes and all of that, yeah. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, Waffle Don is the name, and we've got Cape has Borza as well. The name is in the title as well. The Simple Man Diaries. I've never seen you before. I might have seen you, but my memory's just mad. Big up to yourself as well. Make sure you subscribe to both channels if you haven't already. Good question. Do either of you truly believe Arsenal will finish second this season?
You go first.
Well, I'm not thinking of finishing second this season. I'm thinking of finishing first. So that's my answer to that.
Yeah.
Why do you finish second?
Yeah, you know my answer. At the end of the day, and I'll address something else that he said. But yeah, I think we're going to the league. I think there's nothing wrong, and everyone has their opinion in it. So I'm not gonna say there's a right or wrong with anything. I think as a fan, you can choose to, especially if your team looks like you can win a league, you can choose to believe that your team can win the league. Like, we're content creators in it, so we live in a banter is all part of it. But if people want to clip you up and say, "Oh yeah, you said this," and "Nah, this happened," cool, innit? End of the day, you have your reasons why you said something, and context always changes. Because it's the same thing. Like, I'm not gonna come and say, and then if Arsenal win the league, I prophesied it. Like, bro, I couldn't tell you. There's nothing that I can't see what happened to me. I'm not gonna come and be like, I told everyone, like, look, I'm the guy. Like, bro, it's just my prediction and it's what I want. What happens is different.
You ain't gonna be shameless. You ain't gonna be shameless. Like, if you win the league and say,
I'm not a shameless person in life, and I think I personally being shameless is well, it's each to their own in it. But I just don't adopt that approach. It's just, as you said, I'm cool, calm, and collected brother, fam. I always like to be that way, but I'll always be that way. But it's just that. So I think I want us to win the league. I think we can win the league. And to just what he said, because clearly I can tell he's an Arteta.
Is it this one? Is it this one? This one,
yeah,
this one.
Minute, and that's fair enough. All I might rebuttal to every Arsenal fan, just the Arteta thing. If that, I agree with you. I'm not saying you don't have to think he's the manager. Then let's all return back to where we was at 2019. I think it was 2020. Let's return back to what our
Why,
club was at.
why we got returned back all the way then?
No,
man?
I'm saying because
that's emotional blackmail, bro.
no, I'm saying like with you can say I think there's a difference between I don't think Arteta is the guy to win us a trophy. But to say it's a mistake hiring a manager that's fully turned our club and made us fully like all of us. Let me say it like this, yeah. I didn't buy an Arsenal jersey for years because I was not giving this club money. Maybe people might have gifted me it. Maybe I could have got But every year for the last 3 years, I've purchased at least 2 jerseys still, home and away. Sometimes the training kits. And there's nothing like I'm saying, but I'm fully back, locked in and devolved into this club. And I'm not saying it's because of the guy, but I'm saying he's had a huge influence for why you have chest to talk to other clubs and banter United and do all the stuff and actually know that we're not a banter club anymore of England and all this stuff in it. I'm not saying that's anything because at the end of the day we want to win.
The thing is, we still are because we're not won anything. So
no, but we're not because Man United are for now because the club.
I hear that, but they still won more than us in the last 5 years.
It's not going to be like you don't go from banter club to the best club in England. Like we're not the banter club anymore. And if you're Arsenal fans that are still holding yourself in that regard and letting your judgment of how you see the club based on how opposition fans see you, you've got to change your priorities, man. Because I'm not saying
I don't see us as a banter club.
No, I'm not you. I'm saying everyone in the
chat. Rivals will still.
But rivals banter Arsenal. Like I said this in the first episode because they know Arsenal fans are emotional. Arsenal fans are reactive. Arsenal fans like think about when United lost to Grimsby. Yeah, we all rushed to United View. All these United fans. I was enjoying my day. When Spurs lost, when Spurs lose, or when they didn't get Eze, I went straight to expressions and all these man. I'm looking at the headlock because you know what I'm saying. But this was once us when we're losing and getting smashed to whoever away, and everyone's laughing at us. And so people are used to that. So people want that. And at the end of the day, when Arsenal do lose a 1 game or 2, or when Arsenal do have an injury or 2, and we see the head loss that our fan base goes through, fans crave that. That's why, like, the real reason, like, if you talk to most opposition fans and they take banter aside, they will say, I can't lie. Most of them, man, will tell you the truth about Arteta, what they really think. Most of them don't think he's a great manager. Most of them will want him at his club. Most of them will tell you about the players that we have. Most of them will tell you about our team and say all these things, innit? End of the day, they'll just say, fam, you man just need to win. And if you man win, I can't lie, X, Y, Z conversations will be had. We know the stilo, man. Like, to my main point, obviously not digressing, we're not a club where we were at and where we were at for so many years is not there. Like, and the manager has been the main part of that. So I'm saying you can not think he's the man, and I can understand that, but saying that you hiring him was wrong, I think is a bit insane still, because the club was smelly. You have to realize how bad I thought about the club, like on so many levels, innit? Players that we had, the football we're playing, bam, everything. Every time we played a big game, I don't need to get into it. So it's like, come on, man. We have anyway.
Let's move on, yeah, because we've got some questions from man like Stu MC. Big up to Stu MC for the questions, and yes, we were gonna get to your questions, man. First question here is: when Xhaka played left 8, Martinelli was on fire. Great point. Granit had a range and finesse of pass and could even play one-touch football. He's got a great point there.
I love Granit Xhaka. Yeah, that's the truth of the matter. Like, and obviously, I'm not saying it just means that doesn't give Martin any excuse, because footballers are footballers. You've got to adapt to your surroundings, especially with a good player. But having a player like Xhaka, who I've always said he's an amazing player, man. So like it hurt. Losing him hurt, and you're seeing everywhere he's gone now. He's played well when we see him in the Euros for Switzerland now. He's an excellent player. You see him for Sunderland now as the captain. Plays well, like. But and obviously, now we have a player like Rice in there, who's a totally different type of player to Xhaka. And
next question, that's going to be
question. Yeah.
So Rice as the left 8 is as slow as turgid as he was at West Ham. No finesse or range of pass, and doesn't play one-touch triangle to release anyone. Nobody on Sky analyzes this. What's your thoughts about that? He's not an 8 though, in my opinion. Though Stu's always good in Rice. I've noticed Stu. Yeah, have you noticed Stu always grills Rice? Huh?
He's a Man City fan.
No, he's an Arsenal fan, but this brother's listen.
Maybe
I'm so glad Rice took his chain. You know, this guy.
But we know the game, man. Everyone has their one player that they hang.
I noticed in
football. Everyone has a one player that they don't like and they hang.
Stu, bro. You've got Rice and Stu. Yeah, look.
I agree with elements that he's saying. I don't like Rice in that 8 role in the deep pockets. Obviously, this season we've seen that he hasn't been playing in that role, or the role that he's played has changed. Clearly, obviously, if you watch all the games, you can see. And I also does feel like he has range of passing, can play one-touch triangles. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's as simple as this. Let's see like this. If you know a player can't do something, you don't analyzing them on what they can't do doesn't make any sense when you know they can't do something. It's like the same thing with Gokeres. Gokeres is not a Jesus. So saying, oh, you can't link up and drop deep, I was like, okay, sky's blue and water's wet. Like, you have to say something that makes a bit more sense, because it's not gonna do anything. Like, because you're not, it's just one of those. Like, I can't really say anything else. As I said, I feel like our squad is at a stage now where, even Rice, his position, you could use Eze as that left 8. There's some threats everywhere around the pitch. There's no one that just has a clean starting slate. Maybe Bars with Mendy, you can argue with him and Norgard. That's the big discrepancy. But everyone else on the pitch, I think, and Raya compare.
You know what Rice does actually do well, yeah, is that he breaks up play. He's not a bad passer as
people say. I feel like he's a very good passer. He's just not a blind breaker. Like, people associate the things too differently. Like, line breaking and passing is not the same thing. Like, line breaking is a certain type of pass, a certain kind of skill, because you have to be able to see it, you have to be able to disguise it, you have to be able to know how to play it, because this is a risky pass that if you flop can leave you open and all that stuff in it. Like, not every player likes to play that way. Like, and it's why players that can do that, like a Zubimendi, are so skilled. I feel like you have to look at Rice and Zubimendi in tandem. They're going to work as like complementary to each other's like weaknesses and strengths. That's how I see it now, rather than, not saying don't judge them individually. I'm saying that I feel like they will complement each other in the midfield, which is why I'm saying the 10 there's even more emphasis on this player this season than any other season, because I feel like they don't need to drop deep. They don't need to be so wide. You just need to stay in the middle. The ball should be getting to you, and you should be able to create from there, innit? So
even Gravenberch though, yeah, like when he plays, yeah, obviously he's not a natural DM, but when he plays though, yeah, he's a very intelligent player, bro. Very intelligent. You know, obviously he's great in the tackle, great with breaking up play and stuff like that, but just them little short passes, he's very good at doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Getting them 1-2s and stuff like that as well. He's very good in transition as well. So, you know, sometimes I think like we look at Liverpool a bit too much. Do you know what I mean? We're different, innit? We're a different team, innit? We're a different team.
And it's just different players offer different things. Like Gravenberch, he grew up in Ajax Academy. He's got the education of that. Rice has had a different route in his education. Like, it's gone from Chelsea, you don't have any known type of philosophy, to West Ham, David Moyes for 6-7 years. We know what that's about. Like, come on, man. You have to think that. Maybe I think too much. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just need to just react, and then I don't have to always contextualize everything. But that's just it's kind of that's just what it is.
BBK's on you, you know. Respecting one thing, starting through the
Marino's not a DM, but I think it's a nice. Respecting one thing, but starting DMs when you have it in the bench. It's your opinion. It's not really cowardly. It's just tactical. Because
I need to see you, man, have a show.
Because all I have to say is that, like, if we had won the game, you should still call it cowardly, even if you had won. You shouldn't say, "Oh, do you know what? It's masterclass." Like, I'm like, everyone should just be consistent. Results shouldn't really matter to skew your opinion. That's how I'm like, because, bro, I have the same opinion, win, lose, or draw, and I'll just call it as it is. But I'm not gonna be a bit less angry when we win, because the same.
Would you have wanted us to be more? I don't want to stay on Liverpool.
It's 100%. I've already said it. I said 100% wanted us to be a bit more brave at Liverpool, and the lineup should have reflected that. As I said, if Odegaard is fit, he probably would have played. People would have still judged the Martinelli thing. That's fine. Like, but at the end of the day, Liverpool didn't really do much in the game. We didn't do much in the game. They didn't change anything to their lineup apart from the right back. But yeah.
Is this brother Arsenal guy?
I believe he is. I believe he is. I think he is.
Is he your guy?
I don't know who he is, but
I thought he was your guy.
Maybe I might know you, but I don't know you. But I'm saying I don't. I think he's a master fan, but I don't agree with him. But yeah, I think he is Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't want to think like that. I don't want to think like we're not going to win a trophy at the moment. Be up to.
I understand why people think that, but like the same way like the Dr. Seymour guy. I understand that, like, I understand why men are more pessimistic, more negative. Like, I get it, but I also feel like you're feeding a need for that to be right because you're negative rather than enjoying potential positives of just being a fan. Like you have to balance it out, like you're feeling and what you're watching.
Look at this question. Hey, do you know what? I know. I'm going to answer this one first because I know you're not going to answer this one straight away. For both, 2 parts. Do you rate Glasner at Palace? Yes, I do. And what do you do if he's available in December, January? For context, his contract expires end of the season and he's not renewing apparently. Well, me personally, if Arteta's not doing what he's supposed to be doing and we're struggling, we're out of like the league by December, January, I'm having conversations with him for next season, bro. Wallah, I'm taking him next season, yeah, because I think now is the time, yeah, and a lot of people have said this already, is that after 6 years, yeah, and no trophy now, yeah, it's getting peak now. It's getting too peak. We can do the second top 4 and all that as many times as we want, but the game, the currency of the game is winning trophies. It's not everything. I'm not saying it's everything, but I think we have a right to actually want and demand trophies now, as it's been such a while now. Trophies brings us all together as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it also keeps us away from our competitors. So we've got, I think we've got 36 trophies. I'm sorry, 47 trophies. And Chelsea got 36 or something like that. City have, I think we've got 13 titles and City got 10 or 11 or something like that. So you want to keep that gap as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because we're the 3rd most successful or 3rd most successful team in England. We want to keep that, and we listen. I don't even need to explain this to you, KPM. We need to start winning trophies. Glasner, you've seen his CV. He's a very good manager. You see what he's doing at Palace at the moment. His style of play is, I think it's quite attractive as well. So that's my opinion on Glasner. If things ain't working out with Arteta, what's your point of view on that?
To answer the question directly, do I rate Glasner? Yeah. Would I do if he's available in January and December? I just watch football as I normally do. And for context, his contract expires in the season. He's not renewing apparently. And that's context.
So there's no movement with you.
I'm answering the question directly still, because if Arsenal are doing well, no one's going to be caring if Glasner is staying or going. So it's all about like how balance it. It's more
that's a good point.
Like I feel like every club is going to have conversations with any free agent, especially if they're potentially looking to make a move or make a change, which I don't believe Arsenal are thinking about personally. Like it's just so that, like every Arteta hate, I don't think Arsenal are getting rid of this guy. So I think you have to just I'm not saying you have to firm it. I'm saying just understand that for now before you get too angry. But I do agree in terms of most of the things you said. Like I think fans should have started expecting things time ago. Like
sorry, man, it's Stu Mac. Sorry, Stu Mac, man.
Oh, Sevilla fan.
Fan. Yeah.
Sorry, I was seeing the blue shirt. I was thinking that's a light blue. Maybe it's a Man City joint. You know.
Yeah. So, big up to Stu, man. What is that? That looks like a golf thing.
Yeah, golf club still. So
yeah, golf club that you're swinging.
Yeah,
man.
I think I need us to win, and I've said we
MC
need to
Stu.
MC Steve. I've said we need to win, and I expect us to win this season still.
Next Stu, man. Big up Stu, man. Big up, man. But, yeah, good question from you, my guy. And yeah, big up to you as well, man. Dr. Seymour says, in my opinion, Banter Club status isn't monopolized by one club. We never left Banter era. We just sprayed perfume over it, spending a bit. With my subs, yeah, they don't rap, yeah? They don't play, yeah. And this is one thing I love about them, is that me, even here, yeah, I kind of I try to keep it as, because I like you in it. Do you know what I mean? And I like our shows in it. So even though there's points I need to raise, I don't go fully in. Do you know what I mean? Because I know that some of the things you say are quite rational and quite. Do you know what I mean? So I understand, innit, what you're saying, innit, like a lot of the things, but a lot of these guys, they want blood. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then
They're
fam,
vampires out here.
if
They
you're a
want to drink
vampire
blood. Bro.
at night time and you know where to go, or go to the A&E, they got a lot of iodine, fam. Like I understand though. Look, fam, if everyone has their perspective of how they want to be a fan, what their opinions are, and their viewpoints, like fam, there's no right or wrong viewpoint because of a fan. Like, you know what I mean, and I think this is probably the case as well. And I think he will do well.
Yeah, this is
But I
right,
think
yeah.
you have to realize, man, with the Glasner thing as well. Like, I think, like, one thing most Arsenal fans have to wrap their head around is that, like, it's different now, where every manager before, like Bar Wenger, like was coming in and they had to rebuild and they had a bit more time. Any manager, if they're not Arteta, I'm not saying he has any time, that comes in, there's no time. It's this season. Do you know what I mean? If you sack Arteta the next season, that manager needs to win the Premier. It's not it's his first year. Oh, I want to see the football. Do you know what I mean? Because we have the squad and we have the players that are aging and are not going to be waiting. That, you know what I'm saying? That people have to wrap their mind around. So you might have any manager that you like, but there's no time for him now. He's on a chopping board as soon as he gets into the club. And
that's the problem I think that's really
and I don't
bad.
think most fans haven't adapted themselves, because we have to realize we're used to having a manager that's been there, won us, and obviously stayed a long time because he wore the club as his own. And we've only had like a couple of managers sit there. I've only had 3 managers in my time of being an Arsenal fan. Like, I've had that many managers. I'm not used to that. Like, change. I'm not like other clubs like Chelsea fans or United that are built different, that they kind of go through that up and down and constant, change. And I mean, it's not. You have to realize that be careful what you wish for, isn't it? Because, as I said,
no, not that lyric, man.
No, because I'm saying as a perspective, innit? Because in my opinion, like, for like the people that hate Arteta, if Arsenal win, you can't just love someone, innit? Like if you hate a girl or you hate your guy, like, just because they do something right, they buy you a gift, doesn't now absorb everything. Like, do you know what I mean?
I hear
like,
it.
I don't want to see anyone shift their tone. Like, you should not just believe in the man how they get. Like, you should respect it, and maybe you might change certain things and say, "Oh, do you know I was wrong?" But you should just still personally say, "I don't think he's the guy to give us the double or sorry, 2-peat or to take us anything." Because it doesn't just go from, "Oh, I don't think he's the guy. There's no way he's winning us anything," and then he wins it. If he does, if I reiterate, if he does, and then it's like, what? Like, because I'm not gonna come and be like, "Oh, what'd you say?" Oh, I'm just gonna say I believe he could have won it, and he took the steps and he done it. And if he does it, like, I hope that he could potentially go on a little dynasty and stay for a couple of years and continue winning, and we don't have to go through chop and change, innit? If he doesn't win it, we'll be here. I'll make content, you make content. We'll be having conversations. But I believe we will. And I believe we will. Our squad is very primed to win the league this year. Liverpool might have the best striker, arguably the best 10, but maybe he's not necessarily, that's the league. And, Salah.
Why don't we talk about Man City now? Why are we just talking about Liverpool?
This is what I'm saying. But I think because Liverpool won the league and they've spent the most money, 463 million in the summer, there's a level of expectation. If that was Man City that won the league and they spent that money, we're not going to be talking about Arsenal and Liverpool. And with what Man City have shown this season, losing 2 games already, Liverpool only lost 3 games last season, we only lost 4. They're already halfway there. There's a lot of room for error. We've lost 1.
You know what I noticed about you? You know what I noticed about you, bro? You know what I noticed about you? Yeah? When I press you a little bit, you speak a little bit fast. You start to talk a bit fast.
What do you mean?
I see that. No, you know when you talk, yeah, you kind of like you speed up when you're talking.
Mm-hmm.
But I hear it. But anyway,
especially I just think that, like City, I believe everyone should put their respect on them, because again, they also have a lot of new players. They also have Rodri, and that's coming back from injury. They also, like, they still have the old defense. I think the defense, as I said, is the reason why I don't have confidence in City. They didn't sign anyone in the defense to upgrade, to provide them a bit more athleticism, because it's what their weakness is, not playing football. It's the physical side, when teams put it on them, and teams go long ball, and teams cross the ball, and all the stuff in it, and teams press them, and they don't have time, and the players don't have that physical nature to hold it. Like, this is what we're seeing. So most teams are going to see that and going to try that, and if they don't have the answers for it, they're going to struggle. Some games are going to be better than other teams, they're going to win, but like that's just the truth of it. And I think with Liverpool, they have the best striker in the league, in my opinion, and they're the champions. Still have got a great defense. Will probably arguably the best keeper in the league. Like, they still got great players. Like, so they're the ones that were chasing, and they just beat us like as well. They even obviously Rob Salt into the moon. So it's just like, I think. But the one thing, obviously, with them not signing Mark Gahey and only having 3, I think they let Gomez go, so they only have 3 centre backs in the squad. Is a risky thing that they're going for the rest of the season, given that they're going to be playing Champions League and bringing
injury in it.
Already having.
Canute is injured, isn't
I think it's like, because he's part of the French squad, so I think it was just like a cramp or something in the game.
All right.
Even so, like, I mean, that could happen to anything. Like, anything can happen, and they already
Van Dijk gets injured. They're in trouble.
Suffering at right back with injuries, so it's like, and if they now have injuries now, they have having to play Gravenberch and Endos and centre back, and it's changing things similar to what I'm saying. If they also have, what else can you do? Like, if you have, they only have 3 centre backs in their whole squad. Like, we talk about us and we have 1 million. They only have 3. Obviously, the
and
third one.
They sold Kwanzaa in it.
So Kwanzaa, they sold Gomez. They signed the I think the Italian, the Piero guy or something like that.
Yeah.
He's new to the league and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, if Joe Gomez stayed, okay, cool. That's fine. They have 4. Obviously, I know Gomez is injury prone, but like, you never know, innit? Like, that's what I said. Like, you just got to wait and see. Like, things, the season levels out how it levels out. Factors come in, and you know what I mean, like, I'm pretty sure no one's going to be giving £463 million Liverpool any excuses if they have injuries and they don't win the league, because
talk on that.
So if I even say, do you know what, I hear it, I don't. Anyways, it's fair, innit? So
yeah, I hear it. Question here quickly: was there a player or players you wanted to see us bring in the window but didn't, or brought in a player you aren't crazy about? I wanted Semenyo and Rafa Leao, or one of either. I wanted a left winger, maybe a backup striker as well. But
I wanted Leao. Like, Semenyo is definitely the next shot on the list. So similar, I'm not just copying you, but Leao is a player that's just good, man. Obviously, it needed one of Trossard or Martinelli to leave. I think you couldn't bring in a Leao and then have an Eze and then have a Trossard and then have a Martinelli. Like, it just doesn't make any. We're doing a Chelsea thing there still, and that becomes a problem. Definitely. And Arsenal are already not a good selling club, so it doesn't. It's not wise. But it definitely, like, at least for me, it's like, whether you Semenyo or Leao still in the works, it's like, at least next summer, fingers crossed, that should be the only position that we're looking to kind of really upgrade in the first team. Maybe we still might get other signings for depth and quality, but in terms of upgrading the starting lineup, I think it would be that left winger next summer, and I feel like if that's the one position that we need to get, I feel like then a lot of funds can go towards getting that player. Hopefully, it doesn't come out of detriment this summer, But
guys, in the chat, put number 1 if you want Kate to do an Eze video, or number 2 if you want him to do an Nkapie video.
Or put 12
in the
to do both.
Huh?
Or put 12 if you want me to do both still.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, or put 12 if you want him to do both. You're starving us of content, my brother.
Don't worry. It's coming. It's this kind of video has to be special still. It's coming out this week.
I hear it. Make sure it's going to be premiere, people. Make sure.
Very busy still, so I will drop that one.
Make sure you subscribe to my guy as well. Kate has Pawsey. His name's in the title as well. We want to try and get him to 2K. We're both on the same journey at the moment. So you know what, man. People just big us up and all that. AFC always said, I've said this, I'll say it again. When Arteta does go, these conkeys will hire Saka as manager, and that Wilshire's number 2. Oh wow, serious? Nah, man. I heard Mertesacker was doing good thing, because my friend's son, he got released this season. He was playing under Mertesacker, innit? And you know what Mertesacker brang, and like, I'll say this straight, that we had a lot of like Chelsea coaches in, and I heard there was a lot of prejudice stuff going on in it. But Mertesacker got rid of them, innit? And like, do you know what I mean? The culture.
So he brought that Arsenal ethos to the academy.
Exactly.
And they have that Arsenal in them.
Exactly.
Because he was like the last of the Wenger disciples in terms of one of his good players, like signings before those centre backs became crap in it. So
exactly. Man was
So,
slow, but you know what? He could read the
he
game.
was a
But he's
class
not
player.
someone. Yeah, him and Jack Wilshere, I think, allow that, bro.
No, I don't think that will happen still. But I just think,
Nah, it's not happening yet.
I think Joe is, yeah, just put my opinion in it, like on Arteta, like just quickly. I just feel like I think he's like if he leaves Arsenal, he will go to another great team. Like every great team, if the vacancies are going to be going after.
Yeah. Barcelona. Yeah, no, Arteta will get
surprise
a good job.
any of us
They get
if
a
he
good
does
gig.
well at those clubs and he wins anything,
Yeah.
innit?
And
And I
mashes
just
it
don't
up.
want. I don't want that to happen before it happens at Arsenal because the guys really like. If you imagine building the house all the way up and then you're not the one to live in it and you built the best house in the world, bro. Like,
but the roof is still leaking, bro. And
no, I agree. No, we're not Old Trafford still. We're not. There's nothing leaking there still. Shots fired, but like I feel like I agree with you. I'm saying like I feel like that's why I said the club would. This is in my opinion been our best net spend. Don't matter, man. I've seen years when Arsenal had plus 50 million net spend under Wenger, fam, and we're signing Petr Cech and that. Like let's not use that point. But big up Paul, shout out you out. I just think I just want him to win. I think he can. Like I think that's why the club went all out. They're telling him, bro, this is Arsenal's arguably best window of all time in Arsenal's history. I'm not saying the best window of any team. So there's pressure on him to deliver. And if he delivers, I would like to see what the narrative will be going into next season if he was to deliver. Like, what do we now expect as fans? Do we want and I expect, consistent league titles, dominance? Is it a Champions League only? Is it a double now? Is it, certain points threshold? What would it be? Because if we've got that one over, like, are most fans just happy to get that one and say, hey, man, we can have a year off if that's what happens? And because it's new waters that most of us have been in. Like, I have never been, like, you have to realize that, as you said, like, you were supporting Arsenal when Arsenal were winning, and then there were seasons where you don't win, you come second again, and you have to go through that pain, or maybe you have a cup run. Like, I don't know what that feels like, and the disappointment of that feels like where you kind of go into a season where you're the champions and the pressure. I'm saying I haven't had that. So if we have that, I want to see how the fan base reacts to it, because I feel like
you must have had that because from
speak about when we won the I was like, but when we won the league in 2004, I was like, what, like 6, 7? I was a kid. So I'm not really like I can remember it, but I'm not really I don't remember that. I'm saying I'm not really even into football like as passionately as I am now understanding it. So that's why I'm like, I feel more than ever why I'm being very patient is like, fam, I've grown up seeing Arsenal dead. Like then I've understood why we were dead. Then I kind of seen that like these things are not changing because it's coming from above and everything is, and then I started seeing things changing and I'm like, okay, this makes sense why the change is happening and we're here now. And it's like the win is necessary because it's like, it's not just about this season. Like, I genuinely feel like once we win, we're going to continue winning. I don't think it's a one-off, like one and done, and we're just going to be that 2025 champions or 2026 champions, and then Liverpool go on and let's see. I think it will be us in and around. Like, you know what it is, like you have that period of Arsenal dominance or Arsenal in and around. So yeah, I'm an Eze Mark. I
hear it.
Yeah, I agree.
Guys, 8 p.m. I'm on with Tony Claude Gunner as well. So boy, it's a madness tonight. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me let you go get a little break before you jump on.
That's what I'm saying, man. But make sure you guys slap up the likes and everything. And you've only got 2 answers, yeah. Actually, you've got 3 answers. So Johnny Boy said 1, and Batred said 12. Said 12.
I think Dr. Seymour said 12 as well, if I'm correct.
Dr. Seymour said 12 as well. Yeah, Dr. Seymour said 12 as well. So, yeah, people, man. Big up to Kate, man. What you got coming up? Because I know you're doing your thing now. You had a video about the transfer window, isn't it?
Yeah, I dropped that before we jumped on. Just want to give my thoughts. I got the Eze video as my next upload, in it, so look out for that. As very interested in that player profile or mini documentaries and that. I make that type of videos about most of our players or sometimes our systems or certain things in it. So if you like that and you like stats and you like information, you like to kind of find out about things that you didn't know or didn't realize, then please give that. So that's my next upload, and then I should get another one of those videos. So yeah, I'll get into Sapia done as well before we return back to
last
Forest.
last thing before we go, yeah, I just want to share this with you. Yeah? Tell me your thoughts on this. What's your thoughts on this?
That's it. As it should be. That's it. As I kind of said, when we
You never hear this though from Josh, innit? You never hear Josh talk.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like the Arsenal, from what I've seen, this is the most they've spent in a window. This is the most players they've bought in a window that are clearly gonna affect the first team, and like the most in now they've done. And considering the contract they're gonna renew as well for our best players as well. Like we've got 2 players in each position that I can say I'm confident with. And even though you said you want a striker, I feel like when Havertz and Jesus are back, those are both adequate backup at 9s. And I believe you need to have 3 strikers. And I think we already have that. So it's kind of, I'm saying, both adequate 9s that I feel like bring qualities that even Gokras don't have. And I think we have to win this season, man. Like that's why I said the pressure's on Arteta. Like whether I like him or not, or you don't like him or not, he has to win. That doesn't change anything. I don't think there's one Arsenal fan that's saying. Like the difference is, of course, the context matters. If you go to the last day, you get the same amount of points. Goal difference is what matters, or head to head. Then, fam, what can you? Them ones there is painful, isn't it? But that's unlikely to happen. So, because of that, win, man, and win. And if we win, then no one's complaining. It's all enjoyment. So
that's what I mean. And we all want those times, bro. Yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? We all want those times.
And I expect it, innit? I feel like it's gonna happen this season. I think we have the squad to do it. I think the Eze deal gets that over. Like I think we just needed that magic. We were lacking the magic. And even though he is one player, but he has a lot of magic. So bring that magic, add that to the solid team, and some new pieces. And I feel like, yeah, man, we'll be consistent. Does not sound like Josh.
Let's just say, does that not sound like from Josh an ultimatum? It sounds like win majors or he's a one-way ticket back to San Sebastian, Ross. Yeah, it does sound like that. It's like,
and I'm pretty sure, as I'm saying, Mikel wants to win. It's not like he's just, I want to finish second and I'm content. Like, bro, like he doesn't give me anything, in my opinion, that shows me a guy that doesn't want to win. But
he might be a guy that wants to win, but is he prepared to risk it?
That's why I said now. I'm pretty sure off the back of last season, he put pressure on the owners, he put pressure on the club. He said, fam, give me the players, give me the tools that give me the best opportunity to win. And I believe that I will win. And what they've done, if that's what Josh is saying, we've given you the tools. We haven't, short-sighted and, gone cheap. We've given you first choice. We've even got a loan player for a player on loan that we know we're going to sign that's quality, that's a backup as well. Fam, give us a Champions or Prem. Like you showed us that in your floor season you got to a semi-final and you still finished second. If everything goes the way you want it, we're expecting big things from you, buddy. And that's what's gonna happen. And that's what should happen. And I believe that can happen, and I believe it will happen. And let's just hope it happens. If it doesn't happen, and then fam, he probably will lose his job. And I don't think anyone will argue with it. I mean, be angry with it, but I would definitely feel like, unless you're getting, would we get better than him? Good argument still.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we've come to the end of Arsenal talk. Yeah, thank you very much, Cape.
Everyone, shout you out every time.
Big up to Cape, man, because you know what? You see these shows, I'm telling you, they are popping right now. Do you know what I mean? We've had like 10, 14 people in the chat, and I remember when we first started, it was like 1, 2, 3, but it's just going up and down now. Do you know what I mean? And it's good.
Everyone's in the chat, man. I know your subscribers are ferocious. Some of them, I know.
Yeah, they don't play, man. They don't play, but some of them are also.
I know a lot of you men are fucking with, man, and I appreciate it, man, because obviously I just try to give my opinion. No wrongs or right. We all just want the same thing, and I appreciate it. Man. Big up everyone. Big up Cats. Big up Matt Red, and big up you, Waffle, man. I appreciate for having me on your channel. I look forward to this today. So.
It's a team thing, man. Do you know what I mean? This is our show, innit? So, you know what I mean? Like, we grill each other, we ask each other questions, and that's how it goes, my brother. But hopefully we'll be back next week. Tell this guy next to me, just because it's International Week, it doesn't mean that we don't stream.
Who?
It's you. I'm talking to you. We're here next.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but the next week is gonna be leading up to the Forest game. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, bro, I'm here every week, bro. Obviously, I
Yeah, I
know
hear it.
the only thing I've seen is the Sundays have been a bit big. I've been going out, so it's like in terms of making the stream at the time, it's been tough for the first 3 weeks, and I apologize. That's what I'm saying. Funny enough, I'm at home this Sunday, and it's like, yeah, fam, shout out my guy.
Hey, clip this thing, yeah, because you see this guy, yeah. I'm gonna show it to him at the end of the season, yeah. Clip this thing, yeah, from Caps, yeah. I'm gonna play it to him. I'm gonna text him every day, yeah, at the end of the season. This same clip, yeah. Actually, let me screenshot it. Let me screenshot this Rash, yeah, because this guy, yeah, trolling up the place. Trolling up the place. I'm gonna message you, yeah, my brother. But anyway, people, it's International Football Week. Make sure you enjoy it. I'm gonna do a live watch along for Turkey.
You're doing a watch along, yeah?
I'm gonna do the Turkey and Spain on Sunday, I think.
Respect that still.
Yeah, but anyway, we're gonna talk anyway, innit?
Yeah. I'll talk to you.
But no, I'm not even pulling up what he's just put. No. I've clicked it thing now. That's it. Port Vale versus Arsenal, September the 27th, live on Sky Sports. Hopefully, we're going to talk about that period of time. Phase 7 Xerox printouts, a P45. Big up, man. Listen, guys, yeah, we need to go. Yeah, you know what I mean, I need to eat, and I'm sure.
Hey, bro, I'll tune into your stream. Is it on your channel? Yeah.
Yeah. It's on my channel.
Okay, cool. Send them
me and Tony gonna do our thing, man.
Shall everyone have a nice evening, and I'll see you guys next week.
Big up to everyone. Yeah, we out. Yeah, peace. I need to put intro. I need to get